Hey guys, we are back with some more New Jersey Devils franchise mode. And last time we made it to the playoffs. Who would have thought it? And for this roster especially. So as we take a look at our lines, just as a refresher, we have Hall, Patrick, Palmieri, Balsers, Zaka, Spears, Wood, Henrique, Quenneville, Nash, Haula, Gurianov. On defense, we have Merrill, Severson, Enstrom, Santini, Zaboral, and Juleson. And then in goal, we have Wedgwood and Rachavina. So, I mean, I'm not expecting too much, but it'd be really, really nice if we could get past the New York Rangers this year, just as a little, I guess, experience for our young guys. But if we don't, then that's fine. Because, again, it's a learning experience for the playoffs. Because, let's see, how many players here are in their first playoff matchup? Let's see. Hall, Patrick, Balsers, Zaka, Spears, Wood, Quenneville, Gurianov, and that's how many forwards are in their first playoff matchup. I believe the only forwards with playoff experience here are Nash, Haula, Henrique, and Palmieri. So. And then defensively, Merrill hasn't been in the playoffs. Severson hasn't been in the playoffs. Santini hasn't. If anyone does, it's Enstrom. I'm not even sure about Enstrom because he was, all that time in Atlanta/Winnipeg. So I don't know. And then Wedgwood and Rachavina definitely don't. So there's a maximum 5 players with playoff experience on our team. So. Again, I'm not expecting too much, but, this is the first time we're in the playoffs, so may as well give a show for the fans. So, I'm going to play a game. I'm going to see the New York Rangers lines. I mean, I'm sure they'll be pretty good, but let's just see anyway. Edit lines and strategies. Don't start game now. Edit lines and options. Yep, there's our lines, view opponents. Kreider, Stepan, Zuccarello, Grabner, Zibanejad, Hayes, VC, Miller, Puri, Pumple, Buchnevich, and Fast. So, pretty good for lineup. JT Miller equals out to Henrique pretty well. And then the rest of them pretty much kill our forward lineup, besides maybe their fourth line, because we got Nash. And then defensively, yep. They kill us defensively. The only pair that we might match up with them is the third pair with Girardi 82, Clendenning 79, because we have 2 82s. But other than that, yeah, they kill us on defense. And then in goal, I would imagine Lundqvist is still there. Let's see, 87, and then Ronta 85. So we're in for a tough series here, boys. We are definitely in for a tough series. So let's back out and get right to it. So exit game. Yep. All right, here we go, boys. Game 1 of the Year 3 playoffs against the New York Rangers underway. Here we go. All right, Nolan Patrick's first playoff game. Well, a lot of players' first playoff game on our team. First period. All right, there you go. Adam Henrique on Lundqvist. Second period. Let's see. Yeah, Puri and Stepan. Yeah, that's what I figured. Third period. Let's do a slow sim. Come on now, New Jersey. Yeah, Brandon Puri. Figured as much with this team. Yeah, you can't expect this team to go too far. At least not with our defensive core. No way. Let's see, power play. And power play goal for Rudolph's Balsers, his first power play goal. Miles Wood with his first power play goal. Or not power play goal, just goal in the playoffs. And we're going to overtime. Come on, boys. Finish strong. Finish strong, boys. We got 44 shots on the net. My God. Come on, New Jersey. Come on, New Jersey. Almost 50 shots. Almost 50 shots on the net. There it is. Oh, man. Are we going to a second overtime? Are we going to a second overtime here? I think we might be. I think we might be. We are. We're going to a second overtime. My God. Come on, boys. And Mika Zibanejad. Yeah, it's bound to happen. But, hey, you know what? A competitive first game 1 there. So, I mean, bravo, boys. I mean, we didn't win. But again, that was a very, very competitive game one, which is what I like to see out of this team. Again, we're growing for the future. If we can win right now, that'd be nice. But again, no one's really expecting this team to make it all the way, you know? So that was in my mind, that's a win for the future, for the development of this team. So, game 2 on home ice still. Here we go. First period, and Pupil and Zibanejad. Yeah, that's bound to happen. Second period, John Quenneville with his first playoff goal. All right. Not bad, not bad. Third period. Can we have another comeback here? And JT Miller with a goal on Wedgwood. Let's see. Power play. There you go. Blake Spears with his first playoff goal. A lot of first playoff goals here in this series. And can we tie it up? No, we can't. Shea with the empty netter. But again, once again, another competitive game. 4-2, but technically 3-2 because the empty net. So, again, I was expecting the New York Rangers to win this series, and it's looking like they will. But it's a learning experience for this team, and I think it's a huge step forward from the past 2 years for sure. So, game 3 in New York, first period. Let's see. All right, Nolan Patrick and Miles Wood, and then Fast and Miller for them. So 2-2, 2 goals on 5 shots for us. Okay. Second period, nothing doing, and third period. Here we go. Nope. Don't know why I accidentally pressed circle there. And here we go. Third period. What's going to happen? Blake Spears with a goal on Lundqvist. Nice, Blake. Nice, nice, nice. All right. 10 minutes left. We're up by 1. This is still a competitive game, number 3 here. I'm liking it. I'm liking this game right now. And Nolan Patrick with the insurance marker. And we get a win. Nice. Nice, boys. Nicely done. This team has what it takes, man. I'm telling you. It's just we need to grow a little bit more, and then watch out. Watch out in like a year or two when all of our prospects are developed. We're going to be dirty. Let's see. Yep. We are down 2-1 still in New York. Here we go. Game number 4. Can we win another game in New York? Let's see. First period. Nothing doing. 8 shots to 6. Second period here. Rick Nash on his old team gets the goal with 1:34 remaining in the second. We're ahead by 1. Come on, boys. We can tie up the New York Rangers. And Mike Grabner scores on Wedgwood. And then Derek Stepan once again as well. Come on, New Jersey. You've shown that you've been clutch. I believe in you, boys. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it, boys. Do I sense a last-minute goal? No, I don't. Well, yeah, it technically did happen, but not for the New Jersey Devils, for Mats Zuccarello with the empty net. So, once again, another competitive game. 2-1 is the final score. Even though we're down 3-1, I am very proud of our team this year, no matter what happens. We got to win, and every game that we've lost has been a competitive game. So, not really too much to complain about here. It's just our inexperience is a little, we fall up a little short to the New York Rangers for sure. But, I mean, a good sign for the future for sure. All right. Game number 5 this is? Yes, because we're down 3-1. Right. Game number 5 on home ice. Here we go. First period, yeah. Matt Pupil and Ryan McDonough. Second period, all right, there you go. Denis Gurianov with his first playoff goal. There you go on the 4th line. All right, we're down 2-1. Once again, another competitive game going into the third period. I like it. Well, I mean, we're down by 1 still, but again, it's a competitive game, and that's what this team needs, which is playoff experience, competitive playoff experience, and that's exactly what's happening here. So again, even if we lose this game, which it's looking like will happen now, again, we made a lot of great progress this year. I'm proud of this team for making it even to the first round. No one thought this team would make it to the playoffs, first of all. I mean, and we didn't get swept. That's another good thing. We got one win out of it, so we know how to win in the playoffs now. We know what we need to do to, win in the future. We know what we need to avoid, and it can only get better. So that sets the bar for next year for sure. And yeah, I mean, we're looking good, boys. We're looking really good. Only 3 years in, and this team is already starting to look competitive. So let's take a look at the playoff stats here. Adam Henrique with 6 points in 5 games. John Quenville with 4 points. Very nice. Gurianov with 3 as well. Balters Wood with 3 as well. Spears, Patrick, Hall, and Nash all with 2. Zaka, Palmieri, and Holla with 1. And then these guys down here didn't do much, but that's fine. Again, this team is a work in progress, but it's slowly, or not slowly, we rapidly got to where we want to be, which is in the playoffs. But next year, we got to take that next step, right? So hopefully guys like Liljegren, Dahlin, and McLeod, and all those guys get a huge jump, and Veleno as well. Hopefully they all get a huge jump, and we'll be set for next year. So let's see. Yeah, we already checked out all the stats, so that's good. I guess we'll simulate the playoffs and then go into the awards and all that good stuff. Yeah. So I'll see you guys when we finish the playoff simulation, and I'll be right back. Actually, here's me being ignorant once again. Our AHL team is in the playoffs, so we may as well follow them. And they're up 2-0 in their series against Binghamton currently, so that's good. And we'll simulate one more game. I would imagine... oh, man. So they actually had a regular season game for the last game of the season against Binghamton as well, which is why it looks like a 6-game series. So one more game here. Can they pull it off? Yes, they can. Very nice. And they're going up round 2 against the Utica Comets. And this is a 7-game series, so we'll go up to after game 4. There's a win. There's another win. There's another win. Can we sweep? No. All right, all right. So we got 3 more opportunities. Come on now, boys. Come on, McLeod. Come on, Dahlin. Oh, man. Come on, boys. There you go. Shutting the door is Blackwood. And moving on to round number 3 are the Albany Devils against the Providence Bruins. Okay. Loss, win, loss, loss. Come on, boys. One more game. Let's see. Will it be a win? No. All right. So, overall, a lot of improvement in the organization as a whole. Like, the Albany Devils got to the 2nd round last year, and this year they got to the 3rd round. So, can't complain. I really can't complain. All around solid season for the New Jersey Devils organization. All right, now I will see you in the well, at the start of the offseason, I suppose, when we see all the awards and stuff. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so unfortunately, my computer lost the second half of this video's audio, so I'm re-recording it. So sorry if I sound different from the original recording. But as you saw, the New York Rangers are the Stanley Cup champions. So if there's anything we could take out of this, it's that we lost to the Stanley Cup champions. So I mean, pretty good season overall. I mean, as I said, it's this season alone was a success, just getting to the playoffs. But you know, losing to the Stanley Cup champions, it's a little bit more reassuring. So I mean, good season all around for the Devils organization as we go into the playoff tree here. So as you can see, the New York Rangers won against the San Jose Sharks in 6 games for the Stanley Cup. And you can see the rest of the matchups there. Winnipeg beat Nashville. Vancouver beat Minnesota. Edmonton beat Anaheim. San Jose beat Arizona. Winnipeg beat Vancouver. San Jose beat Edmonton. San Jose swept Winnipeg. And then over there in the East, we obviously lost to New York in 5. Pittsburgh won against Ottawa. Boston won against Buffalo. Detroit won against Tampa. New York won against Pittsburgh. Boston won against Detroit. And then New York won against Boston to get to the Stanley Cup Finals. So that's it for that. As we get into the awards now, obviously the Stanley Cup went to the New York Rangers. The President's Trophy went to the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then it was San Jose and New York in the final, obviously. And then the Player Awards, Art Ross was Philip Forsberg. Hart Memorial, Steven Stamkos, James Norris, Brent Burns, Lady Bing. I can't even keep up. But as I said, this is a post-recording. You guys can just, you can just read it off the screen. I don't really need to read it off there. But yeah, there's all the individual award winners, and Clayton Keller with Maurice Richard. I couldn't keep up there with the speed I was going initially. So as I said, this isn't live with the audio recording at this point. And now we are getting into the progress reports. So I will just read off the big names here. Jacobs grew to a 77, and that's about it for the NHL because, as you all know, EA Sports likes goofing that up. It likes placing some players in the minors or in the system. So in the system, Dahlin grew to a 74. Veleno grew to a 78, so he'll be ready by next year to play in the NHL. Emmett Gordon grew to a 59. Timothy Liljegren grew to a 77. Juleson and Zaboral grew to 82s. So they should be a top 4 pair next year. And again, this is not live audio, so I'm just kind of reading it off as fast as I can here. Kalen Addison grew to a 59. Earl Ekblad grew to a 70. Langen grew to a 68. And as you can see there, with Emmett Gordon's stats, he grew quite a bit. And Balcers is up to an 85. Nolan Patrick, 86. So we saw a lot of good growth this year, once again. So by next year, we should be good to go in terms of our young guys actually playing in the NHL. All of our draft picks that we intended to play in the NHL anyway. And I mean, Balcers wasn't a draft pick, but we got him in free agency. And as you can see there, Nolan Patrick's overall is an 88 with the morale boost. So hopefully he turns into a stud next year, even more of a stud than he already is. Coatland, he is a 73. And Mahovlich is a 70. Allen, 62. Guryanov is an 81 with morale boost. Prop is a 75, so he should be ready by next year. Bastian is a 75 as well. And all these guys down here. Mackenzie Blackwood is an 83 with a morale, so he should be ready for next year for the starting spot. And Villalta is a 75. Stenlund's 79 with the morale. Vevelainen 79. And that is about it for that. So yeah, we saw a lot of good growth this year. We saw, we made it to the playoffs. So hopefully next year we can build upon that. And obviously next episode we'll do the draft, all the offseason stuff. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one.